Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. An update on natural immunity lawsuits currently taking place across the United States. With regards to my own personal situation on this matter, I am going to be giving some updates soon, but I wanted to give you all some updates from following the news over the last few weeks because we've had a number of developments. There have been both individual and class action lawsuits taking place. A few weeks ago, a professor in Virginia won his case against his employer regarding recognizing his natural immunity. And I've been seeing similar issues arise across the country and going through the court system currently. I want to draw your attention to one particular case, which is being taken on by the New Civil Liberties Alliance, and it is a worker in Michigan who is being supported by a nationally well-known immunologist with her case. Here is what the New Civil Liberties Alliance, the NCLA, had to say in a statement. Along with all too many Americans, Miss is facing an impossible dilemma. Lose her job or receive a vaccine that is medically unnecessary for her. Michigan State has placed her and others like her in this position for no good reason, because she has robust immunity as established by the overwhelming scientific literature. Many public health authorities, the media, and the CDC have resisted the conclusion that natural immunity exists and is as protective or more so than the best available vaccines. Through this case, the integrity of the scientific process, which has been severely compromised during the pandemic, can be vindicated through the court system. Signed by the Litigation Counsel. Whoa, that is quite a statement. And think about this for a moment. The NCLA, the New Civil Liberties Alliance, i.e. attorneys, are saying that they are standing up for the scientific process. From the perspective of doctors and scientists, that this would need to even be said, that it would be attorneys standing up rather than doctors and scientists, is a terrific shame for where we are right now. And speaking about scientific evidence, there has been overwhelming scientific evidence and many research papers and studies that have shown that natural immunity to COVID-19 after infection is very real. The authorities within the United States have been citing smaller studies, including one I believe that was from Kentucky, a very small study that was actually criticized by many members of the medical community. They keep holding that up as proof of their current stance instead of the much larger and more robust studies that have been done. Follow the science, remember? We could be showing so much more common sense than we are here. All it takes is for different parties to sit down together and come to common sense solutions. Remember, medicine, healthcare is rarely a one-size-fits-all approach. There are a lot of nuances, and I fail to see why this needs to even go through the court system. Surely everyone together can sit down, even on an individual level, and work this out. Now, I am not a legal expert. I am a practicing physician, but I have been involved in medical ethical decisions before. And what I do know about the practice of medicine, at least Western medicine, which is derived from the original principles of Hippocrates, are two things, and I would like to pose these questions. Number one, every medical intervention out there, whether it's a treatment, any intervention, a vaccine, is always a benefit versus risk decision. If the benefit outweighs the risk, then you go ahead. If the risks outweigh the benefits, then you don't go ahead. And typically, if there's any gray at all, then you don't go ahead. So again, if this is a gray area, there's a strong argument for not going ahead. And number two, as was mentioned in that statement for the NCLA, is this a classic example of a medically unnecessary intervention if studies are showing that it is not necessary in someone who is demonstrating immunity? Remember, this is not something that is made up. This is something that is very provable on blood tests, and scientific studies are backing it up as well. Could this be described as a medically unnecessary intervention? Those are the two questions. I have made clear my views on this subject. Now let's see what happens as this plays out through the court and legal system.